You lucky people are going to be amongst the first to see the Nice Touch app in action from start to finish. So lock in. So what have we got? We have a project here that I'm using Resolve for, and we've got an interview that we shot. It's about 45 minutes long. It's a really good interview with Kunal. It was very friendly, very nice. But it's really long, and we need like maybe a 1 minute or 2 minute edit that we can put up on socials and stuff. So that's where the Nice Touch app comes in. So we've got a project set up. Let's load up Nice Touch. Here we are. And at the moment, there's no project assigned, but we can see that we've got like the details of Resolve loaded in. So it's telling us what there is in the project, telling us what version it is, all of the details basically. So let's make a new project. We're going to go create a new project, and we're going to call it Collaborator IV. And we're going to leave the brief blank for now. In fact, let's just put in TBA. Because what we're going to do is we're going to get Nice Touch to do it for us. So next we have to go along and say what assets are in the project. At the moment there's like one asset. So we've just got to find that and then put it into our project. In it goes, and boom, it's actually already been analyzed because I've used this one before. What happens is that when you put a new asset in, you click a button, it'll analyze it, it'll figure out what it is, all the transcript, all of that details. The fact that we've already done that, it's kind of figured that out for us. It said, oh, you've already done that in another project, so let's bring it into here. So it saves some time. You don't have to like redo it, which is quite helpful. But we can see, yeah, it's almost 45 minutes long. There's about 7,000 words in there. There's a bunch of speakers, because obviously there are a couple of us interviewing as well as him, and some people in the background as well that it might have picked up. And there we go. So that's all we need at this point. So we can jump over to the assistant and we can say, well, the first thing is actually we don't have a brief. So what we could do is get the assistant to write a brief for us, which will then help us to kind of like keep things on track. So I've said here, I want you to write me a brief for this project, use the assets in the project. So look at the assets to actually tell what the project's about. And I've said that the output of it eventually should be like a 2-minute interview, 2-minute video for socials, video for socials promoting Nice Touch. That's the point of this. Like we chatted about a lot of stuff, but we're going to promote Nice Touch. So let's go. Cool. So it's coming back. And this is the pink bit is like the app thinking about what it should do. And I've left this in here just so you can kind of see what it's doing in the background. I might hide some of this eventually, but it's basically going through and working out what it should do. So here we go, it's going away, and I think this is it, like writing the brief. Cool. All right, so it's done the brief and it said what it should be. Now let's have a look over here at the project again. Cool, it's written the brief for us. So this is great because this is like something you could extract and just send to like another editor or whatever may be. And the fact that it's using the assets themselves, like the videos that are in the project, just means that it's going to be like super up to date with like individual quotes and like exact stuff basically. So it's actually said multiple deliverables because we've said we want like socials and stuff. So it said 60-second cut, 90-second cut. So we can actually go in and edit this and like take out some of that stuff. So let's take away this. We just want the 2-minute master video. So let's go ahead and use that. So we'll go new chat and we'll say, okay, make me a rough cut based on the brief. And it will go away and it'll start making a rough cut for us. Okay, it's finished its edit and it said what it did as well. So it's done a bunch of sections here, the hook, problem, solution, value prop, all this stuff. So let's see what we've got in here.
You need to provide creative and transform that creative into multiple sizes, dimensions. There's, you know.
So he's basically talking about all the stuff that Nice Touch does, which is quite helpful.
And I think that's what Nice Touch adds to, is the fact that it takes away that admin time. It allows more space and thinking time to actually get a solid, strong creative quickly and efficiently.
So it's done the job. It's done a 45-minute interview down to 2 minutes or 2.5 minutes there. Now it can do more than just a rough cut and making the brief. We can do a re-edit. So say we want this to be a minute version. We just go along here. We say, okay, please re-edit my timeline down to 1 minute, but keeping the core messaging. Okay, cool. So we got a new version. It compress that down and yeah. So now we're almost down to bang on a minute. Actually, is what we got.
Shift. It's no longer oh, it's a threat, and how it evolves the process. And I think that's what Nice Touch adds to. Is
Yeah, brilliant. So we've gone from like rough cut, re-edited it, and this is like really good, right? So you could get multiple versions. You could say, here's the version that we want for like the 90-second Instagram cut, or here's the version for LinkedIn or whatever. Say you're doing like 10 of these interviews, you would like massively save your time. And it can do more than that as well, right? It works across Premiere, it works or will work in multiple languages. It can do punch-ins. It can do all of the stuff that you would do repeatedly, things that would take you time. It's not taking away like your creative control. You can still go in there, it's still working in your software. You still have control over what it's done, but it just speeds everything up. So I hope you've enjoyed that. I'm really curious to see what your questions are, what your thoughts, theories, qualms, queries might be. Go sign up, give it a try. You won't regret it.